Changes of developments over in League One as Plymouth Argyle lead the charge now heading in to Matchday number 12. Who's going to take advantage though this weekend? We're going to get into it, all of it, next. That's right, folks, back to a prediction video today. Look forward to match number 12 in this year's League One, and then we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe button back with the old things, League One related, Plymouth Rose related, Woo Cup related. Later this year, goodness gracious me, of course, Plymouth Argyle, and now your new leaders over in League One, ousting, of course, Ipswich Town on Sundays afternoon of football. But of course, will they still be there at the end of this weekend's action? We're going to take a look at all of it in a second. Of course, people shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. But anyway, so let's take a look at it then, shall we? Of course, the recap results from last weekend's action. So here we go, boys and girls. Here we bloody go. Kicking off all with Derby up against Cheltenham. Now, a lot of these games didn't take place. Of course, it was the international break this past weekend. So a lot of these were no bueno. So, of course, kicking off none. So we'll go through all those ones, and they look just like that. And as you can see, yes, so some big teams weren't in action. But one team that was, it was the Vegans up against Exeter City, and they got themselves handed to them on a plate. That's right, Exeter City coming out top 4-0, of course, over Forest Green Rovers. Meanwhile, Bristol Rovers, a big loss to Accrington. Stanley, monstrous win for them on the road. So well done to Accrington. Stanley kicking off with Barnsley. 3-1 winners over Charlton. 2-0 in my eyes. Morecambe did suffer a defeat against Cambridge. That was going to cost them, I think, in the long run. 1-1 for me as well. Peterborough back to winning ways with a 3-0 win over Port Vale. 2-0 in my eyes. Sheffield Wednesday did get a 3-1 win over Wycombe Wanderers. I called it, lads. Absolutely called it. Meanwhile, Shrewsbury, 2-1 winners over Burton. I went with a 1-0. And wrap it up. I went with a 2-2 draw between Plymouth and Ipswich. It was a 2-1. Very, very close for me on the day. But unfortunately, no bueno there. Of course, this is what the table looks like. As you can see, kicking ass. It is Plymouth 1 point clear over Portsmouth, who have played a game less. Ipswich, of course, up there as well. 21 points. Wednesday, Barnsley, Bolton, and make up the power 6. Burton, Morecambe, Forest Green Rovers, and Bristol Rovers going down in a very, very a bottom 4 there that I'm very sad to see a couple of those teams down there. But of course, will they get their act together in the next part of the season? So let's kick it on forward then and take a look at how you guys got on. Well, Pennywise and Riley Turton did absolutely fantastic, picking up 7 points there with Nathan, Russell Frost and Shepherd doing A-OK as well. Kicking on forward though, the overall leader right now is a two-way tie between Sheridan and Shepherd kicking ass and taking names, with Jimmy Watton up there with third, 44 points for the time being. But that could all change this coming weekend, of course, when we take a look at the next round of games. So make sure you get involved, cut your forecast League One, and see how well you get on. But we are taking a look at the next round of games, which of course kick all off on the 1st of October. I'm going to start with Accrington Stanley up against Morecambe. Bit of a Northwest crunch clash. Just went over at Accrington. Played each other 32 times, these two sides. So 2003, 19 wins for Stanley, 5 wins for Morecambe. We've got 8 draws. Stanley picking up 2 wins in the last 3 for them, 33% form for them right now. Up against the Morecambe side, not too shabby, 58% form for them. Winning 2, losing 2 of the last 4 though. Last round, the out end Stanley was a 2-2 draw back in January 2022. The home side's only won once in the last 6, and that was a League 2 match back in March 2018 as well. Morecambe pick up 2-1 loss against Cambridge. Accrington with a big 1-0 win over Bristol Rovers. But the odds right here, right now, we've got Stanley 43 on for the victory, 42 short, and 4-1 is your way win here. Stanley hardly ever lose at home. They've got a good record at home. 1-0 win for me on this one. 3 points in the bag, and hopefully moving the chains as well. Kicking it forward, it is Bolton 1 up against Lincoln City. Of course, taking place over at Bolton. Played the 4 times. So 2010, 3 wins Bolton, 1 for Lincoln, and we've got 0 draws. Bolton are winning 4 of the last 5, 67% form for them right now. Up against the Lincoln side, winning 3 of the last 5, 58% form for them moving forward as well. Last time around, though, over in Bolton, it was a 3-1 win for Bolton. That was back in February 2022. Bolton picking up a 5-4 loss to Tranmere. That was in the Football League Trophy last time around, with Lincoln losing in the same competition against Doncaster Rovers. But the odds right here, right now, we've got Bolton at 11-8 on for the victory, 30-5 draw. 4-1 is your way in here. I'm also back in Bolton as well as the bookies. 2-1 for me, and of course 3 points in the bag once again. Burton now against Forest Green Rovers, a bit of a relegation crunch clash with Burton in 24th spot. The Vegans have a 22nd spot, played 13 times, 2003, 5 wins for Burton, 6 wins for Forest Green, and we've got 2 draws at the moment. Burton though, 50% form for them right now, 1-3 lost 3 over the last 6. Forest Green Rovers just 2 wins at the last 6, 42% form for them moving forward as well. Last round at the Pirelli Stadium, it was a 4-2 win for Burton back in September 2008. It's been a while, folks. It's been a while indeed. Burton picking up a 2-1 loss against Shrewsbury. The Vegans losing 4-0 to Exeter City. Of course, the odds right here, right now, we've got 11-10 on is your Burton, 5-2 is draw, 9-4 is your way win here. I'm back in a 1-1 draw here, point split split right down the middle. I think the Vegans will be happier than that of Burton Albion. Cambridge up against Derby County, of course, coming at you this coming Saturday. Of course, Paul Warren making his debut as Derby manager up against Cambridge and Mark Bonham in the dugout. They've never played each other, these two sides, but of course Cambridge coming to this winning 3, losing 3 of the last 6. That's 50% form for them right now. Up against the Derby County side, losing twice the last 6. The last 6, 67% form for them moving forward coming into this. They did pick up a win against Wycombe last round. That's Derby County. Cambridge with a 2-1 win over Morecambe as well. Kicking on forward though, the odds right here right now. We've got Cambridge 14-5 for the victory. Even Stevens is your Derby, and 23-10 is your draw. I'm backing, of course, a new manager bounce with Derby County. 2-1 win for them. 3 points in the bag, and up the nat, and then they go. Charlton Athletic up against Oxford at the Vale, of course, played each other 20 times. There's 6 wins for Oxford, 9 wins for Charlton. We've got 5 draws, of course. Charlton, though, just 1 win and 6. 42% form for them right now up against the Oxford Tigers, who've won 1-3 and lost 3 over the last 6. That's 50% form for them moving forward. Of course, coming at you low last round over at Charlton. It was a 4-0 win for Oxford back in February 2022. Oxford picking up an unbeaten run of 3 games against Charlton, winning 2 and drawing 1. Oxford, though, did lose to MK Dons over at the Kazam last time around, with Charlton losing to Barnsley over at Oakwell. The odds right here right now, we've got Oxford 11-5 for the victory, 65 is your host, of course, 23-10 is your draw. I'm backing, of course, a 2-0 win for Charlton here over at the Valley. 3 points in the bank, and up and at them they go. Cheltenham Town up against Shrewsbury Town, of course, coming at you over at Cheltenham. Played each other 17 times, so done 4-3 wins for Cheltenham, 9 wins for Shrewsbury, and we've got 5 draws as well. Cheltenham, though, just 1 defeat past 5, and then 58% form for them. Of course, Shrewsbury 1-3, lost 3 over the last 6. That's 50% form heading into this match. Last round over in Cheltenham, it was a 2-1 win for Cheltenham. That was in League 1. It was back in November 2021. Cheltenham picking up a 2-1 win over Walsall in the Football League Trophy South. Shrewsbury with a big 2-1 win over Bolton. Burton. That was, of course, this past weekend. The odds right here right now, we've got Cheltenham coming at you at 50-8 for the victory, 31-20 is your way, and 21-10 is the draw here. And I've gone with that indeed. 1-1 right down the middle, point split. What do you think about that? Kicking on forward. Exeter City coming at you against Bristol Rovers over in Exeter. Bit of a derby-ish of sorts. Of course, 19 times they played City 2003, 9 wins to Exeter, 6 wins to Bristol Rovers, and we got 4 draws coming at you. Exeter, though, winning 2 of the last 6, 42% form for them right now. Bristol Rovers without a win in the last 8. A bit of trouble there for Barton's boys. 17% form for them moving forward. Last time around, though, over in Exeter was a 5-3 win for Exeter back in November 2021. That was an EFL Trophy Southern. However, that's the measure that in the league, it was in League 2, and it was a big 4-1 win for Exeter back in August 2021. Exeter with a big 4-0 win over Forest Green Rovers, of course, but Bristol Rovers with a 1-0 loss against Accrington Stanley, of course. But the odds right here right now, we've got coming at you Exeter 13-8 on for the victory, 14-5 draw. 92 is the away win here. I'm back at a 2-1 for Exeter, and Bristol Rovers are in trouble. Fleetwood Town up against Barnsley, of course, coming at you over at Fleetwood. Now, these two sides are locking horns for what will be the 9th time since 2014 for the previous 8. 2 for Fleetwood, 4 for Barnsley, and we've got 2 draws. Of course, Fleetwood, though, 42% form for them right now, 1 win in 6. That's Fleetwood. Of course, Barnsley, though, coming into unbeaten the last 5, 75% form, winning 4 of the last 5. Coming out to the last round at Fleetwood was a 3-1 win for Barnsley back in September 2018. That was in League 1. Barnsley, though, with a 3-1 win over Charlton, of course, and Fleetwood with a 4-2 loss against Carlisle in the Football League Trophy South. Coming at you, though, the odds 2-1 is your Fleetwood, 11-5 is your draw, and 11-8 is your Barnsley here. Back in, of course, Barnsley on the road, 2-0 win for them, 3 points in the bag, and away they go. Ipswich Town against Pompey in a bit of a zinger, this one, over at Portman Road. Now, these two sides played 26 times in 1995. We've got 10 wins for Ipswich, 9 wins for Pompey, and we've got 7 draws, of course. Ipswich, though, just 1 defeat past 6, 75% form for them right now. Up against the Portsmouth side, just 1 defeat past 5, 58% form for them moving forward, heading into this match. Last round, though, over at Ipswich and Portman Road was a nil draw back in March 2022. Ipswich unbeaten against Pompey over the last, since last season. Back-to-back games now without conceding a goal against them. Pompey, though, with a 2-2 draw against Plymouth, and Ipswich losing to Plymouth, in fact, this past weekend. The odds right here right now, we've got Ipswich 2019 on for the victory, 23-10 is your draw, 16-5 is your away win here. I'm backing, of course, Ipswich bounce back here with a 2-1 win, and taking the L will be Pompey for the first time indeed. MK Dons looking odds against Peterborough over at the stadium. MK plays 28 times, done 4, 11 wins to MK, 13 wins for Peterborough, and we've got 4 draws as well. MK Dons pick up 3 wins and 3 defeats over the last 6. That's 50% form for them right now. Peterborough, of course, back-to-back wins and a long time coming as well. 33% form for them moving forward. Coming at you, though, last round over at the stadium. MK was a 1-1 draw back in December 2020. And of course, MK Dons with a 2-1 win over Oxford. Peterborough with back-to-back 3-day wins, back-to-back clean sheets as well, as they look forward to make it 3 wins on the spin. Of course, coming at you, though, the last time around, or the odds, should I say, 31-20 is your host, 9-4 is your draw, 7-4 is your away win. That is, of course, Peterborough on this one. And what have I gone with on this one? I'll tell you what I've gone with. I've gone with a victory for, I think I've gone Peterborough here. 2-1 win for them on the road, 3 points in the bag, and away they go. Kicking off forward into the final 2 is Port Vale against Sheffield Wednesday over at Vale Park. Now, these two sides sides. I played 8 times, 3, 4 wins apiece, no draws. Port Vale, though, just 1 defeat past 6, 10% form for them right now. I was Sheffield Wednesday side, just 1 defeat past 4, 42% form for them over the last 6. Last time around, over at Vale Park in the league, it was way back in 2004. It was in League One. Port Vale lost 2-0. Sheffield Wednesday coming out top with victory. The Wednesday coming at you with a 3-1 win over Wycombe. Port Vale did lose to Pompey 3-0 last time around. The odds right here, right now, we've got 5-2 is your Port Vale, 9-4 is the draw, and we've got 11-10 is your away win here. Back in, of course, a 2-0 win for the Wednesday here. 3 points in the bag and away they go. And of course, wrapping up is Wycombe. It is, of course, up against the leaders, Plymouth Argyle, coming up to Adams Park. Now, these two sides have played each other 21 times since 2003. 10 wins for Wycombe, 6 wins for Plymouth, and we've got 5 draws, of course. Wycombe, though, losing 3 in the bounce, 42% form for them right now, up against the Plymouth side. Unbeaten in the last 8 games, of course, at 92% form over the last 6. Last time around, though, over at Wycombe was a 2-0 win for Wycombe back in April 2022. Wycombe unbeaten against Plymouth over the last 6, picking up 3 wins and 3 draws. They come into on the back of the 3-1 loss against Sheffield Wednesday. Plymouth with a 2-1 win over Ipswich Town. The odds right here, right now, we've got 70-10 for Wycombe, 11-5 is draw, 13-8 is your away win. That is Plymouth Argyle. I'm back in a draw here, guys. 1-1 point split right down the middle. What do you think about that one? Let me know down below your thoughts. And if I'm right, this is what the table will look like. That's right. Ipswich Town, 24 points on the board, regain the lead over Sheffield Wednesday and Plymouth down into 3rd. Pompey, Barnsley, and then Bolton make up the 6 with Burton, Morecambe, Bristol, Rovers, and the Vegans going down the bottom 4. That is my take. Be sure to get your own take using the link /League One, and then we'll be back once again for the next round of matches, or of course coming at you next week indeed. That is it. Make sure you smash your subscribe, smash your thumbs up, smash the little bell. But until then, guys and boys, we are out.